Greetings, patriots, Starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. Now, I have been saying for some years now, what are the consequences for these law enforcements that if they continue doing what they're doing, even before the 2020 lockdown. And I know that there was a campaign to get rid of as many good cops out of the system as possible, and I am directing this to all city cops around North America, and of course the RCMP and other members that are loyal only to the crown and not the people. You're not a cop. You're not law enforcement. You're contract collectors in a cosplay harassing sovereign like for bounty, kind of like bounty hunters, because all you do is go around collecting money for your corporation. You swore an oath to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, but you serve tickets like it's a communion. Your loyalty is for sale. Your arrests free men on the land, not for crimes, but for your codes, your illegal codes. And that makes you a domestic enemy. You're not a protector. You're not a peace officer. You're revenue agents for a bankrupt system that feeds off fear and control. Every time you cuff a traveler for no license, you declare war on the very freedom that you swore peace to defend. Your squad car isn't a chariot for the justice. It's a rolling billboard for tyranny dressed up in blue with all kinds of symbolism on the side. You're not enforcing law. You're enforcing policy, and policy isn't law unless we consent, which we never did and we never will. Your badge, basically your badges, don't grant you authority. It exposes your fraud. The people are the authority, not some city charter that is handed out by the so-called council or mayors of that they are also under us. Qualified immunity that is not your hall pass for oppression. You're scared of accountability because you know you're wrong. You show up to a peaceful man's house with guns drawn like stormtroopers, pretending it's all about safety. It's terrorism with paperwork. A real hero defends the weak. You extort it. Then you sensationalize with all your fraudulent paperwork. When they resist you, you beat them down. That's not service. That's cowardice. Every ticket you write, every unlawful arrest you make, you break your oath and you spit on the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. You're not stopping crime. You're inventing it to keep your pensions fat and your departments bloated and fat. You call us sovereign citizens like it's some kind of an insult. No, that's just projection, a front for a corporation employee with a delusional mindset of power. If tyranny ever had a uniform, it would be yours. Shiny boots, weaponized egos, gun on hip, some kind of tin badge on your chest, and a manual of statutes you don't even know and understand yourself. You enforce the law like a robot, but ignore the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, like that's some kind of option or unlawful act. We are the power, the people, and I've told you this before, and I said that if anybody continues to wear a badge up to a certain point, we'll end up being on the wrong side of history. And that's why the people are rising. You don't keep the peace, you disturb it. You escalate it. Then blame it on the unarmed people when you crack their heads and skulls for your quotas. You don't work for the people. You work for the system. And the system is collapsing. Mark my words, it will come down. And you will have to face some very, very harsh questions now. There's no way to back out of it. You've already committed your tyranny, your crime, because it's all been recorded. Yes, I'm directing all this exactly towards you, the law enforcement of North America, in every city, every RCMP, and every person, department member that does not follow the Constitution and the Bill of Rights to the T. You are all guilty. Every time you enforce the unlawful order, you forfeit your honor and build you a legacy of shame. You are on the wrong side of history, and you will not be part of the new earth unless you change your ways and change it fast. I think it's too late myself. And when judgment comes, and it's coming, no badge, no rank, no corrupt union will be able to protect you from the truth. I hope you get this message loud and clear, members of the law enforcement, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police that only has loyalty towards the defunct monarch that doesn't exist anymore. You have no backup plan, and you know you have no help or protection from your tyrannic actions. You have committed crimes against humanity, and I've warned you about this. I've warned every member that is involved in criminal activity, and this could be active members or this could be retired members. You're all guilty, and you will all be held accountable very soon. Not just by Space Force or the NSA or the Global Alliance or the Galactic Federation. You're going to be held in the courts of public opinion from we the people. You have created an enemy. It wasn't us that created it. You created the enemy by doing the things that you were not supposed to do. You were following orders like good little robots. And the ones that would not follow those orders were either dismissed or fired, sometimes without pay. And the good little robots lined up to get their little Kool-Aid shots. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. You are not even human anymore. What does that make you? It makes you not just a non-human hybrid full of metals that can be tuned in and tune you out and tune you in when at their very leisure. But it makes you enemy of the people. I don't know how much more clear I can make this, but I'll tell you one thing. The ones that have the badge on now, that are still continuing this tyranny, will be brought to justice. As I said some 7 years ago, I warned you to drop your badges, get down on your knees, ask for forgiveness, and you will be forgiven. You have crossed the Rubicon. And I want to send a message to Pat Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino, and President Trump. If you don't arrest these criminal, satanic drug traffickers and human traffickers, infiltrated and absolutely full of criminals in the DNC, you're going to go to jail. You will go to jail because you have let them go. And you remember exactly what has happened last time when the Proud Boys went to jail, when Mike Flynn went to jail, when they tried to put Trump in jail several times. All of this. Even Roger Stone was thrown in jail for some time. And other patriots were put away. They tried to throw away the key. And this is exactly what's going to happen again. And if you don't arrest these criminals, your fate has already been written. These criminals must be taken down now, or they will, once they're back in power, by whatever means, they will come after every patriot on this planet. And if they can't jail him, they'll assassinate him. So this is not just a war for politic power or political power. This is a war for survival between good and evil. And mark my words, if these criminals, and I mean all of them, are not taken out and arrested, we are going to face a hell on earth that we have not even a word to describe this. There won't be any words to describe the horror that we will be facing. Mark my words. This has to be won, and it has to be won now. Every criminal out there has to be arrested by the patriots. And if they're not, we're going to have a real problem on our hands come the midterm elections and beyond. Now, the words that I have said here are as clear as I can get them. And I'm not going to scream and holler and play on theatrics. I'm just telling you the facts, that what I see, and I have very seldom been wrong, based on my God-given intuition, what I've seen in the past. We're not dealing with humans. We're dealing with Kool-Aid up, cranked up, 2, 3, 4, 5 shot humanoids that have been terraformed. Enemies, yes they are. Domestic, yes they are. Foreign, yes they are. They need to be arrested now.